Good day, fellow modelers. Mr. Handy back with another handy review for you. Today we're going to look at ModelSvit's Su-22UM3K, the two-seat version of the Su-22UM3 fitter. This kit number is 72051. Again, as always, I will put it in the description. Let's take a peek. You can see from the box that you have a couple different variants inside, so a couple different color patterns. So let's take a peek at the instructions. Again, with ModelSvit, very nice instructions, glossy paper, nice and clear. I love these CAD drawings and the color. Always love their instructions. So as you can see here, you got your parts layout, and then we get into the like 20 part seat or more, and then we start getting into the cockpit. The only complaint I have with regards to the cockpit is the instrument panels and the consoles. You put all this detail into this ejection seat, and then when you take a look at the consoles, they're almost bare, and you take a look at the instrument panels and they're pretty much bare too. So it would be nice if they would put a little bit more work into it, kind of like special hobby stuff. But anyways, so there is a lot of detail in there. They do a lot with regards to that, but like I said, it would be like with regards to these, you know, we'll take a look and see the instrument or the control stick and your pedals, all the detail on the backs of these on the backs of the cockpit backings and stuff like that. So there is a lot of detail, but like I said, it'd be nice if they did a little bit more with regards to their panels, their control panels and the consoles. Working on the front, your multi-part engine. You can have you have the option of this one to have the air brakes open or closed. Again, with this, you get the option of the swing wing. And there's your option for the opened air brakes. And so there's not a lot to this. There's lots of parts, and then all your stenciling, which is a nice thing with regards to ModelSvit, with all the stenciling for everything. And then we get into the different color schemes. So we've got Poland in black. We got East Germany in multicolor. Oops, sorry. We've got Czechoslovakia in multicolor, and we've got Iraq in their two-tone scheme. Incidentally, it was interesting to read that Iraq used these as wild weasels during the Iran-Iraq War. So my idea is I'll probably do this one up as one of those. So, and then here's what's coming for 2019, as you can see, kind of it's an older kit. So, as usual with the Eastern Bloc or Eastern European model makers, you get this nice Ziploc bag. So we have I'll save that for last. We have our main body. And I'll flip it over. Nothing on the inside, not just a little bit of detail here and there on the inside. As you can see from the indentations in the back here, you have to cut out those sections if you want to open up the air brakes. We'll get in a little bit closer. So your surface detail isn't too bad. I would say it's just a little bit finer than the new Airfix stuff. So, and then the other side. Yeah. We'll go next with our, this is the sprue for the air brakes. All your different pieces for your air brakes. And of course, I'm sure the aftermarket guys have got lots of stuff for this as well. So our next is the ejection seats. An entire sprue, as you can see, just dedicated to the ejection seat. Yeah, I've only put one of these together, and yeah, I won't do it again. I'll just use the an aftermarket seat. So very detailed, but too many fiddly bits. Of course, this here, it will be your different lumps and bumps. You've got your pitot tubes. It looks like you've got your pylons on here as well. You've got your control column. So there's a lot of flash on this, which is kind of surprising, actually. But those look like there might be the insides to the wheel wells. Not too sure what that is. There's your pylons. So air scoops. Yeah. Next on the list, we have our sprue of landing gear. So you have all your landing gear bits. I actually just kind of noticed this, but I have to say that ModelSvit is, with regards to their sprues, they've broken them up pretty nicely. So everything that you're looking for is on that sprue. So like I said, this is all dedicated to your landing gear. So everything for the landing gear is on here. As you can see, the wheels are nicely detailed. They do have some writing on there, and they've got the little ridges, which is nice. There's your brakes, and as you can see, there's ridges on all of the tires. It's nice. Some nice relief on your main landing gear doors. This looks like your front landing gear. So nice. And I did a flip over, and of course, as you can see, most of it is just bare. And that's your landing gear sprue. This sprue is just for the cockpit. And as you can see, ModelSvit has chosen to mold the air intakes. So it is all one piece, so as it would be on the actual airframe. So your cockpit is, of course, in here on the inside, and you flip those two together. This is your air intake right here, and it kind of gives you that deep in that the hollowed out look to the air intake. So we'll go in close, take a peek at the detail. There, like I said, is your main instrument panel, one of them. Not a fan of that. I think that that's the back one. Here's another one. Especially when you have all this detail provided on your the backing. Not too sure what that is. This, of course, is the cockpit bottom, because if you flip it over, you'll notice it is the wheel well for the main landing gear. So we'll go to the downwards here and actually take a look. This again is a main wheel well. This is your cockpit side panels, and as you can see, there is like no detail whatsoever on these. There's not even inserts like fine molds or does. So it's a little disappointing with that respects. There's again more detail. I mean, they put all this effort into the back walls, and that's all going to be covered with the ejection seat anyways. And again, there's one of your main panels. So and then next one, I guess, is, so maybe they give you the choice between the two. The detail's not too bad, I guess, on the panels, but like I said, with regards to this is looks like it's part of the shock cone for the main nose. And again, here's your main wheel well, or your front landing gear wheel well, and here's your cockpit, and again, there's nothing. So this is your engine sprue. Oops. So there's some nice detail on the inside of the burner can. There's your flame holder. Not too sure what that is, or that. That's your rear nozzle. There's your detail for the engine, and then the outsides of the burner can. So weapon sprue and fuel tanks, and there also appears to be some pylons as well on this. So as you can see, the tanks are not too bad. The pylons look fairly nice. Looks like rockets. Some small bombs. There's your the front of your rocket pod. There's the back of your rocket pod. There's your smaller bomb. I'd probably say that's a 250-pound bomb. There's your rockets again. Pylons. And again, your other fuel tank. Now we get into the one wing. So they split this up into two wings, which is nice. You can take a look on the back. There's a little bit of detail on the inside. Relief detail, as you can see. There's your wing detail. There's the actual fence, the main fence. And that's where your wing actually swings. There's the bottom. It looks like it's got a separate piece for the flap. This here is your main swing wing mechanism area on the wing. Here's the bottom part, and there's your wheel well, and then there's your other fence. And of course you get two of those. So we're not going to go through that again. And then here's your rear fin. That's yours. One stabilizer. Here's your other stabilizer. Of course, this is your fin for the ventral fin, and then your section that glues into the main kit. And so that's it for the main fret of the airframe. We're going to get into this. So in here we have our decals. Again, we're lucky enough to get some photo etch in this, and masks, and ModelSvit's is kind enough to give us, it appears to be open and closed cockpits, which is nice, the option. So let's do the parts first. Here's your open cockpit part. Not super clear, but it'll do. Here's your closed cockpit portion. I'm not too terribly sure what this is. I'm assuming this might be the bottom piece to the main air intake, because I believe I think it's got a target designator in it, but I'm not absolutely sure. There's your lights for your main landing gear. I'm not too terribly sure what that is. And then, of course, there's your closed cockpit. Here's your masks. I'm not going to bother to pull the mask out. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what the mask looks like, or what a mask looks like. But you've got your masks for your canopies and for your wheels. There is your photo etch. And of course, this gives you your ejection seat handles right there. Looks like they would be flare dispensers and shaft dispensers. Looks like there's some pieces, some aerials. There's your odd rods. Not too sure what some of these other pieces are, but fun times. Not a fan of photo etch. And now we'll take a look at the decal set. So here's your full decal set for your markings and your And your, as you can see, here's your instrument panels, and then your consoles and your sidewall panels. So they've taken the easy way out with this, of course, and just done it as decals. Not a big fan of that. But personally, these Iraqi decals look a little light. But most of these look very nice. They all seem to be in good register. Yeah. You've got your Merit of Service Iraqi badge, your unit badges, obviously for either the Polish or the Czech or the East Germans, your air intake warning, and then you've got all your stenciling. So, nice. And then, of course, they give you even more stenciling. I'm going to assume that this stenciling is for the weapons and things like that are on here, and the fuel tanks. And then we have stenciling for the special edition, the special Czech version, the black one, that's in here as well. So that's it. That's what you get in your Su-22UM3K kit from ModelSvit's. As we've seen, the detail's not too bad. It is an older kit. It is from 2019. So, and as far as I know right now, it's probably the only, I'd say, accurate Su-22 out there right now. KP, I think, has re-released the Bellic Su-22 or the Ilari Su-22. So, and I'm not too sure how accurate that one is. But, yep, that's what you get. Thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe, please, so that we can spread the channel around a little more. Your likes and subscribes have nothing to do with my ego. They're more for a spreading due to the algorithms for YouTube. The more likes and subscriptions you get, the more you get pushed around YouTube. So other than that, look forward to any comments you have. All the as usual, all the details will be in the description section for this kit. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Thanks again for watching, and happy modeling.